Dudra, and it gives me immense pleasure to introduce tonight's speaker at our Back to the Vedas July edition, which is the esteemed and well-known Vedic scholar Dr. Satish Prakash, and a little background on Guruji. He is a graduate of the University of Guyana of Gurukul Kangri University in Haridwar in India. Dr. Prakash critically analyzed Rishi Dayanand's universally acclaimed Satya Prakash, or the Light of Truth. He has had intensified discussions with celebrated scholars involved in researching the Ved. He brings to the West an in-depth understanding of the etymological method of Vedic interpretation structured by Yask Muni thousands of years ago and rejuvenated by Rishi Dayanand Saraswati in modern times. Tonight's lecture topic is Ishwar Upasana, a selection by Swami Dayanand. And I do know that the first mantra in the Ishwar Upasana was actually Swami Dayanand's favorite mantra. So without delaying any further, I hand you over to Dr. Satish Prakash.
Okay, thank you, Beti and Pandita and University Scholar Prasna Dudhraj. It is my joy to come on Zoom to connect with all of you. You all have been like family to me. I went, if I'm not mistaken, I went twice to South Africa and I made many, not friends, I can't say friends. I embraced many family members, one worldwide Arya family. And when I went there, so many people, both in this place, what you call Durban, and in the other PMB, Pietermaritzburg. Y'all were so nice, so nice, so nice. So we're talking of, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the subject is Stuti Prasna Upasana, Vishwani Deva, Hiranyagarbha, etc., etc. So the question is these mantras are only to be parrot repeated, or these mantras can be studied, and these mantras can be analyzed in terms of the inherent philosophy and more so psychology? How is it that the mind operates within the perspective of these mantras? I'm sorry you all wouldn't see me. I'm using a very old laptop. My laptop went for repair. It's coming back soon. The next time I talk to you all, you'll see me. Today you wouldn't see me, but you can see, Pandita Prasna, can you see my page?
Yes, I can see your page.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're talking of Stuti Prasna Upasana. And let me tell you, the word Stuti has existed in Sanskrit language and literature for ages. Stuti was there, separate Prashna was there, and separate Upasana was there. But these three words brought together were first heard as one composite word when Rishi Dayanand used it for the first time. And these three words come together, Stuti, Prasna, Upasana, and they point to what we call Vedic Bhakti. It points to devotion as defined in Ved. And translated, these three words translated, other people have offered other translations. I would prefer glorification, prayer, and communion. It sounds rather Catholic. Yes, you may be right, but it's a word. Glorification is not a Catholic word. Prayer is not a Catholic word, and communion is not a Catholic word. These words have their meanings within the English lexicography. So glorification means when you recount the qualities of God. And when you recount the qualities of God and you know who he is, in terms of responding to your needs, you supplicate to him, you pray to him. And when you pray to him and you have your needs fulfilled, you become one with him. Communion, one with him, in the very words that he gave to us at the beginning of creation more than 1.9 billion years ago. As we are saying here, these three words put together embody the elements of devotion in Vedic worship. Before I continue with Stuti Prasna Upasana, I would like to give a little background. And that background is every human person feels the need to supplicate. to beg. And some people may admit a very negative nuance, a negative shade of meaning to the word to beg, the verb to beg. But there's nothing wrong when you beg, especially when you need and you approach the person who has the resources and the qualities to respond to your need. Only a complete person, endowed with everything one can desire, does not experience the need to supplicate and beg. Can you please give me some food? Why? I'm very hungry. I have no job. I've tried looking for a job. I have nothing to eat, and my stomach records a most intense form of excruciating hunger. Can you please give me something to eat? Only a complete, perfect person, endowed with everything one can desire, does not experience such a need. And God, the Supreme One, alone fits this category. He doesn't beg for anything. We, souls, especially in human form, not animal form, human form, because the souls in animal form can't beg. They don't have that buddhi. They don't have that intellectual development to beg, to understand that they need, and so they must beg. Yes, dogs react in a very instinctive manner, but they can't beg. We can beg. All right, we have a deficiency that impels us to seek out the court of a supreme emperor wherein to go and petition, supplicate, petition, beg, prarthana. Another word in Sanskrit, abhyarthana. You ask, you beg, you ask, you petition to somebody who is superior to you and who has what you want. And that's not all, who has also the qualities of sharing with you in terms of what you want. Earthly kings themselves feel impelled to beg from this supreme emperor. Petitioning to the supreme ruler is comparable to applying for a loan from the bank. In our mind, we have to be sure about the benevolence in the loaning policy of the bank we have chosen, the bank we have in mind. Some banks don't have benevolent loaning policies. When you go in and you speak to the manager, sorry, we can't apply for a loan here. This bank doesn't have a benevolent loaning policy. We have to know that the bank has money to lend. Some banks don't have money. We have to be assured that the bank has money to lend. And we must be assured that they would be willing to lend to deserving clients. And in retrieving the money it has lent, the bank must not extract an unjustifiably high interest rate. After deciding that the bank has an excellent loaning policy, we then approach the bank manager and we present our application. We present our petition for the loan, and a smiling manager filled with benevolence and loaning policy, he approves our petition. And especially if he considers us worthy, and we then become one with our objective. That's the communion part, the Upasana part. After we get the loan, look at me, we build our house. After we glorify the bank, we identify the loaning policy of the bank. The rate of interest is not high. And then we apply, and in others we prasna kare, we petition, we get our money, we build our house, and we become one with our objective of having a house. The same is the case with the cosmic bank and the supreme manager. We are short of supreme happiness. We enjoy fleeting moments of pleasure. Yes, we do have a little pleasure. We laugh, we smile, and we jump for joy, fleeting moments of pleasure. But those fleeting moments of, look at me, Bhagavad Gita says, har sukh dukhanta hota hai. Every pleasure culminates in agony and pain. Think of eating, as I don't know if you all have Haagen-Dazs ice cream in South Africa. Think of eating a fancy, tasty, what you call ice cream, and you eat and you eat and you eat and you eat, and the next day you register elevated levels of sugar in your blood. Every pleasure culminates in pain. And you and I enjoy fleeting moments of pleasure, and they are followed by mortifying, painful experiences. We begin to look for a source when we know these pleasures are not really what we want. We look for a source of happiness that would put an end to our pains. We identify God as the source of that happiness. And based on what the experienced seers, the rishis, have told us, we can take God to be the source of that happiness. But before we actually petition for this happiness, we must first identify and recount the qualities of the Supreme Master. We glorify him, we do his stuti, and after stuti, we then petition, we do prasna, and in becoming one with our objective, we enjoy upasana. Hence the term stuti, prasna, upasana. And bear in mind, these three terms came to be coined together by Rishi Dayanand for the first time in the history of Sanskrit Vedic literature. We're moving on. Stuti Prasna Upasana is made up of 8 mantras taken from the Yajur and Rig Vedas. These mantras are chanted before the actual kindling of the sacrificial fire. I wouldn't get into that. It's different in other countries. In selecting these 8 mantras, Maharshi displayed a unique understanding of man's emotional needs. These mantras, in being understood, provide the human soul with a code of devotion. Bhakti code, Bhakti Pranali provides the human soul with a code of devotion, which, if truthfully practiced, can lead you, me, and everyone else to the summum bonum of our earthly existence. First mantra. Let me give you another page. Let me give you another page. Pandita Arti, Shanand, or somebody else, please ask me. This is a file of a book I've written. It's called Arya Satsang. It resembles your Aryan prayer. It's a book I wrote, and it's called Arya Satsang Pradeep, just like your Aryan prayer. All these books have their value. I would love if you all can send for one copy of this book. I'll have it mailed to you. And this essay, this introductory essay, is in that book. And I'm saying here, Atha means here we begin. Ishwara Stuti Prarthanopasanaha. Here we begin the glorification of, the prayer to, and the communion with God. In this chant of Ishwar Stuti Prasna Upasana, we describe God's qualities. We petition to him in terms of our legitimate needs, and we become one with him in his own words, the words of the Vedas. You know, when you say that at the very beginning, some of us begin, Om Vishwani Deva, we begin right away, and we don't do a little introduction. But somebody who is coming to your satsang for the first time, he's missing context. He's missing connections. And he wants to know, well, what are these mantras? And who brought them on? And what's the objective in these mantras? So I think in New York, we say, here begins the glorification of, the prayer to, and communion with God. And I add these words, a communion with God using the very words that he gave to us at the very beginning of creation, meaning the Vedic words. And then we say, in this chant of Ishwar Stuti Prasna Upasana, we describe God's qualities, we petition to him in terms of our legitimate needs, and we become one with him in his own words, the words of the Ved. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva. In New York, to add a touch of attractiveness to the chanting. Sometimes I do this. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanna As. And all my children, Pandita Dhanraji knows this, all my children on stage and off stage, they like this style as opposed to a dreary style. Look at this. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Durita. It's a monotone. There's no up and down. It's called in music. It's called utar charhao. Utar down, charhao up. It's a monotone, and with a monotone, after 5 minutes you blank out. Om Vishwani Deva. Well, I would get into trouble with the people of India. They say, where did you pick this up from? People in India give me a very hard time. But I'm dealing with the West, Pandita Arti. I'm dealing with people in the West, and they have different psychological needs, emotional needs. They want to hear something that has a shrill to it and something that commands their attention. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva. O God, O Creator of this universe, or radiant cause of all manifestation. And let me tell you, Savitar means the creator. I've tried to be exact in giving these meanings. I've tried to be exact. And Deva means radiant, or radiant one, or radiant cause of all manifestations. It literally means Deva, from div, verbal root, to shine. It means a radiant one. Then it says, there are two verbs here. Parasuva, one verb, parasuva, parasuva, parasuva. And the second verb is asuva. I just handled one of this in the Sanatani Mandir in Essequibo, where I was in Guyana. There are two verbs here, two verb forms, I should say. One is parasuva, take it all away, O God. And asuva, give unto me, O God. Take away what, Satish? What do you want me to take away? I'm willing to help you. You come to apply for a loan? Well, you're applying for me to take away. What do you want me to take away? God wants you to verbalize, articulate. And then you say, Duritani. Duhu means challenge, and and tani, ita. Duhu means challenge. Duhu means challenge, and ita means while walking. All the challenges I experience while walking the pathways of this world. And the plural, duritani, duritam, durite, duritani, plural. How many are there, Satish? I don't know, God. Every moment of the day, I face up to challenges. Vishwani, duritani, all. Here it is. All that is difficult. All that is difficult. Take it all away. So, Satish, in the place of all these duritas, what do you want? And then he says, yeah, anything, Bhadram, anything that would help me, anything that would make me overcome my troubles. Tanna, so give that unto me. Oh, it is so simple, this mantra. And as Prashna Beti said, Rishi Dayanand had liked this mantra. And every major section of his Veda commentary, he started off with this mantra. This mantra contains the cry of every human heart. Now, Pandita Arti, when you say that in a Puranic Sabha, this mantra contains the cry of every human heart. Black people, Indian people, white people, brown people, yellow people, blue people, people. This mantra contains the cry of every human being. O God, O creator of this universe, O radiant cause of all manifestations, do remove from us all that is difficult in our experience and all tendencies to transgress your laws. And God, bring unto us all that is beautiful, all Bhadram. These three words, beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious, they translate the word Bhadram. All that is beautiful, all that is benevolent, and all the New York children, they say these three words. And I say, and all tendencies to transgress your laws and bring on to us, that's where I will pause, and they will all come in. All that is beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious. When you get them to say it, They participate. They are involved. It's not a boring thing. So Satish has been walking on the pathway of the world, and Satish has duhuitam. Satish has difficulty traversing the world. Duhuitam. Duditani is the plural of duditam. Problems, challenges, traversing the pathways of the world. So Satish needs, look at this also. Deva means God with light, and Savitara also means God with life. Oh God, my light and life have come to a virtual pause. I don't have any left. I've fallen so many times. I've fallen and stumbled and bruised myself. I can't see where I'm going, and I have no energy left. So Satish wants light. And look at the psychologist Rishi Dayanand Saraswati. He chose a mantra that talks of the source of light. Hiranyagarbha, the source of light. And he says that source of light has been there from the very beginning. And he also says he's the one master of this entire visible manifest world. And he also says that the earth doesn't fall in space. The sun doesn't fall down, because he, through the law of gravity, he sustains the earth, and he sustains also the place where the sun is, that heavenly region. You know what? Satish, you want happiness? Kahadeva, Kasmai Devaya, that God that has the joy you want, Havisha, with all the love you can generate, Vidhema, worship him. The sustainer of luminous body is source of light. This source of light has been present even before the creation of this universe. Me too. I've been present, me too, but I don't realize that. Satish, what did you eat last month on the 2nd of July? Oh, no. I don't remember. You ate? Yes, I ate. What did you eat? I don't remember. So I'm so limited in my memory, I don't even realize that I've been living side by side with God. But God knows he has been present even before the creation of the universe, and he's the one master of this entire world. He sustains this earth that I stand on, and the heaven covering me like an umbrella from above. Unto that God who possesses joy, the joy I want, unto that blissful divinity, I go to offer my worship with all the flowers. Watch me, you can't see me. With all the flowers of devotion in my two palms brought together, with all love and devotion. Ya Atmada. He gives us Atma. Balada. He gives us strength. He arranged based on the cumulative effects of my actions for me to be born as human again. And it was he who arranged for my Atma to enter into the womb of a new mother. When my new dad and my new mom came together, brought their bodies and their generative potencies, and I was conceived, I was there from the very beginning. Atmada. He provided for my soul to enter into this unicell body. Balada. And he gave me a source of strength in all the vegetables and water and air. All these are sources of strength for me to rise and rise and rise and rise and get mukti and emancipation. And not only that, yes, Vishwa Upasate, the whole world filled with all the stellar bodies, stars and moon and sun. Oh goodness, all these devas, meaning all these cosmic bodies, Prashisham, they acknowledge his rulership. Are Murak Satish, you stupid Satish, why don't you acknowledge God as your ruler? Look, the sun does. It rises. It doesn't rise, but from our perspective, it rises at a certain time in response to God's law, and it sets at a certain time in response to God's law. And none of the 9 planets there, no planet clashes with another planet. All because of his prashish, all because of his prashish, his law, his rulership. And I did this mantra in Guyana, and I had an umbrella over my head. And it is, it's very hot these days. But if I have an umbrella, I'm not going to burn in the midday sun. And I would call Prasna and Karuna Mohan, come stand with me under my umbrella. You're going to be saved from the burning torture. Come take God's chaya shade, God's umbrella. Let me use a modern term. Come under God's umbrella. You will get amritam. You'll get immortal bliss by standing, by acknowledging and executing his laws. And you come out from that shade, you'll get daily death. Not the death that sees the soul exit the body. Daily death in the form of lust, anger, greed, infatuation, vanity. You go under his shade, you will get amrit. And you move out from his shade, you'll get mrityu. Come, let us go to him. Kasmai devaya havishavidhema. Come, let us go with him, with flowers of devotion and surrender in our 2 palms brought together, and let us worship him, he who gives us consciousness that we are souls. He arranged for the souls to be in bodies and provides us with strength from all these things that we use, all the vegetables and all the water and all the fruits. He whom all wise men worship and whose commands they obey. And all the cosmic forces also acknowledge his rulership. He under whose shade flows the nectar of immortal bliss, and opposing whom brings us daily death. Unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion.
Sorry, Guruji, your page, you need to scroll because it's still on the first mantra.
But I'm scrolling.
Oh, it's not showing on our side. It's
Well,
still showing.
let me stop sharing and go back.
Okay.
I apologize. Do you see it now?
Yes, now we see it.
Okay, I apologize.
Thank you.
I love this mantra coming up now. Watch this. Oh my goodness, if you understand this, you'd be thrilled. Yah pranato nimishato mahitvaikap itraja jagato babhuva ya ishe asya dvipadaschatushpadah kasmai devaya havisha vidhema. Watch this. Pranato, the breathing world. Nimishato, the blinking world. Jagato, the vibrating world. Breathing, winking, and vibrating world, he who is king of all of this. When he wants to stop your breath, he will. You don't deserve this body anymore. You've been killing people. You, Satish, have been killing people. You've been bad-mouthing people. You've been spreading rumors about people. You steal from people. He gave you a body that you can use. He gave you a body you can use to climb the ladder to go to the top of the cosmic tree, the tree of the universe, where he's here, there, and everywhere, but he's all the way up there with the sweet banana, the sweet fruit of liberated bliss, and he wants to give it to you. He gave you the body that you can use it to climb, branch after branch. And you used it only to slip and fall and slip and fall. You don't deserve this body, Satish. He will stop your breath. You're misusing the body. And every wink and blink you make, indicative of life in your body. He's going to stop that. Watch this now. Ya ishe asya dvipadascha. He superintends. Who is to be born with 2 feet again? and who is to be born with 4 feet again. That's human and animal. He superintends that process. He weighs your actions. If you don't deserve human birth, he's not going to give it to you. And if you deserve animal birth, that's what you're going to get. Kasmai devaya havisha vidhema. He who by his own glory, through his glory he achieves all of this, is the sole king of this entire breathing and winking world. He who controls who is to be born as biped and who is to be born as quadruped. Unto that blissful divinity, we offer our worship with love and devotion. Swami Dayanand was very clear. That Rishi was very clear. He chose the 8 mantras and he said, chant it with feeling and with spiritual connections. You will prosper. You will do well. You will feel filled on the inside. You'll feel divine connection. Just chant the mantras. Yena Dyauragra Prithivi Chadraha Yena Swahastabhitam Yena Nakaha Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanah Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. When the universe was evolving about 1.9 billion years ago, after the Big Bang took place, everything was chaos. And you know what? He steadied it all. So chaos can graduate into becoming cosmos. There are 2 stages, chaos and cosmos. And in so doing, he makes way, he fills the universe with enough resources that you can use it, and he can confer you happiness free from all sorrow. You know, some pleasures are filled with sorrow, as I said. But when he gives you happiness, he confers happiness to you free from all sorrow. And all the planets have bird-like movement. Pluto, all of them, Earth, every one of them, they have bird-like movement in that they go around the epicenter, the sun. And he causes those planets to revolve in space for you and for every other living being, even animals. If in moving around the sun, the earth doesn't move around the sun, then it is not possible that South Africa may have light and we in America will have day. And then when we have night, then South Africa has day. It's not possible. That's how he made it. The people in the South Pacific have winter when we have summer, and they have summer when we have winter. That's how he made the world. And everybody shares in cosmic resources. Half of you at one time enjoying that, and the other half enjoying something different. Unto that blissful divinity we offer. Which God are you and I worshiping? Not this God. Look at me. Oh God, my son didn't study for the exam. But oh God, if you make him pass, I will do a huge hawan in my house, and I will invite 200 people and feed them. But my son didn't study. But God, it is important that he pass. No, not that God. Oh God, my neighbor tortures me. If you can make arrangements when he goes out in his car for him to have a crash and for him to die. Not that God. Not that God. Not our God, your God, my God, his God, their God. One God. He who has steadied the thunderous heaven. And when we say heaven, we don't mean a biblical heaven. We mean the region up there where the sun is. He who has steadied the thunderous heaven and the solid earth and confers happiness free from all sorrow. He who creates planets with bird-like movement and causes them to revolve in space, unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion. It's very clear the God we believe in. It's very clear. You take this to a sane thinking individual and say, listen, this is the God that we in the Adi Samaj worship. And we would like to encourage you to examine these 5 statements, these Kasmai Devaya statements, and tell me which part of it you don't agree with. These are the, you asked me, Pandita Arti Shanand, how do you present Ved? This is what I present Ved. I don't call the name Puranas. They were not there when Ved came. I'm not going to juxtapose Puran against Ved. I'm not going to juxtapose Ramcharitmanas, even though it contains a great story. I'm not going to juxtapose Mahabharata. I'm not going to juxtapose Bhagavad Gita, even though there are great teachings in it. I'm going to have to deal with Ved. I will deal with Ved. Now watch this now. This is the prarthana part. This one here was the objective in applying for the loan. Vishwani Deva is what you want. That's your objective. But look how you're going to pray now. Look how you'll pray. You'll supplicate. You will now supplicate. Here we go. Prajapate natvadetanyanyo vishwajatani parita babhuva yat kamaste juhumastanno astu vayam syam patayo rayunam. O Prajapati, O master of this entire creation, no one except you can supersede the creatures of this visible and of other invisible worlds. This tells you that there is life form on other planets too. Life form on other planets too. May those desires for which we come to your shelter, may they be fulfilled. Yat kamaste juhamastannoastu. Whatever kamaha, whatever desires we cherish in coming to you, in applying for the loan, may our desire be fulfilled. And not only that, vayam syama, may we become patayaha, masters, not slaves, not slaves, masters, rayanam, of riches. What riches? Riches that would take me straight to you, God. Some riches, dollars, 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 houses, 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 trucks and trucks and trucks and trucks, they take me away from you, God. I want riches in the form of tolerance, understanding, empathy, sympathy. Those are riches too. Charitable spirit, riches too. I want to be a master. It doesn't mean the dollars are not included, but when you have dollars or rands and you have all these other qualities, tolerance, understanding, sympathy, empathy, a sharing spirit, then your dollars go a far way. Watch me, in providing a shelter for those who don't have. And those people who use their dollars to give a shelter, they are called Shriman. Shri means shelter. So when, I don't know what Mr. means in English, perhaps Prashna Dudra does, but Shriman means that person who offers shelter to those who don't have. Shriman, Shrimati. Lakshmi is personal wealth that you use to tell yourself, I'm rich. That's Lakshmi. But Shri wealth, Rai wealth, is that which is used to provide shelter to those who don't have. May we be masters of Rai wealth, earthly and heavenly riches. And we come into the last two. Sano Bandhu, he's our relation. I have a relationship with that God. Bandhu, many people translate it as friend and brother. No. Bandhu comes from Bandhan. I'm irrevocably related to God. I'm son or daughter, and he's father or mother. He's parent and I'm child. So in that sense, he's Bandhu. He's Janita. He's like a parent. He fills the universe with resources for me to use. Sano Bandhur Janita Savidhata. And he makes laws that in following the road law, in following the law, I wouldn't make an accident and I wouldn't get a ticket. Like the city council, God makes laws. Lawgiver. Dhamani Veda Bhuvanani Vishwa. He knows all names, all regions, and all beginning events. Yatra Deva Amritamana Shanas, and all the liberated souls, they are in him, moving about at their own free will. Tritiye Dhaman Nadhyarayantat, and they enjoy the essence of eternal life, sustained in the third state of their consciousness. And this is what now the prayer is. Agni, O God, with the flashlight of wisdom, Vedic wisdom, Agni. Naya, lead me. Supatha, by the path that I have been walking on a path that has given me problems. Oh my goodness. Problems and problems. Path filled with broken bottles and thorns of lust, anger, greed, infatuation, and vanity. God, I don't want to walk on that path anymore. Agni Naya Supatha Raye Asman. You know all. Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan. God, because you have wisdom and torchlight, flashlight in your hand, you know all the pathways. I don't want to walk on that one, that one, that one. I want to walk on this one path. There's only one path that can lead me to my ultimate destination. And you know that one path. Lead me, God. And do me one more favor, God. Yodhi. Let me break this. Yodhi, separate me, God. Asmat, me. Yodhi asmat, separate from me. What? Johoranam eno, Johoranam, hypocrisy. And enaha, sinfulness. Separate those things from me. Because when those things are in me and I try to hold on to your coat, that you could lead me with the torchlight, the flashlight of wisdom in your hand. When I have hypocrisy and fraud, I'm sorry you can't see me. I was lecturing on this in Guyana. I let go of you, God, because the chicken, the fish, the alcohol, the party, the gossip are more appealing to me. The dancing, lewd dancing, they're more appealing to me. And once those things appeal to me, watch God, all for a while I've been holding on to the helm of your coat, and you've been leading me with the torchlight of the flashlight of wisdom in your hand. And the minute I run behind those things of the world, boop, I let go of your coat, and you're gone ahead, and I'm left behind, so that I don't give up I don't give up holding on to your coat. Look at this. Vidhema namauktim. We sing your praises. We offer you words of salutation and praise. Who? To you, to you, again and again. Bhuyishtan, bhuyishtan, again and again. When you sit down to do your sandhya, sing this song to your God. मुझ निर्बल का अरे हाथ पकड़ लो, दे दो नाथ सहारा. Hold my hand, O God, and give me the help I really need. Tumako dayalu. The saints and sages say, the Vedas say, Upanishads say that you are filled with daya. Tumako dayalu. Apana samajh ke, and I consider you as irrevocably related to me, God. Tumako dayalu. Apana samajh ke, are maine aaj pukara. And I've called out to you, pukara, to call out. I've called out to you. And what am I saying? Are mujhe nirbal ka, hold my hand. I'm weak. Mujhe nirbal ka, are haath pakad lo. De do nath sahara, and give me the help I need. I've come to pray to you, not to show my siblings that I pray, or show my Samaj friends that I pray. I've come to pray to you in the seclusion of my bedroom. And I'm asking you, Agne Naya, oh God with flashlight. Agne, God with light. Naya, lead me. Supatha, by the right path. Raya Yasman, to the ultimate wealth I want, the wealth of liberation. Why am I asking you? Vishwani Deva, Vishwani, Vayunani, all pathways. Vidwan, you know them all. Vishwani Deva, Vayunani, Vidwan. Vishwani Deva, Vayunani, Vidwan. One thing more. Yodhi Asmat, separate from me all my life. Hypocrisy and fraud have dogged me. Dogged. Hypocrisy and fraud took over my mind. Everything I conceptualize is steeped in hypocrisy and fraud. And I've never felt you, even though I go to Mandir and do Hawan. I don't feel you, God, because hypocrisy and fraud is in the cup of my mind. And you used to be there. And even though in a sense you are there, I don't feel you're there. And so that I don't lose the help of your coat, inspire me to constantly offer you words of salutation and praise. Not one time a week, again and again. Bar. Iti Ishwara Stuti Prarthana Upasana Prakaranam. Here comes to an end the Ishwar Stuti Prarthana Upasana chant. In New York, we say this. I believe Pandita Dhanraji does it too. Iti Ishwara Stuti Prarthana Upasana Prakaranam. Here comes to an end the Ishwar Stuti Prarthana Upasana chant. Atha Swasti Vachanam, and we go to Swasti Vachan. I can't see you, and you can. Yeah, I can see you, but you can't see me because of my laptop being. But the next time I got the laptop back, the next time you and I talk, we have 61 people with us. Let me see who's there with us. Let me see. Participant 61. We have myself. We have Adi Samaj South Africa host, which I believe is Prashna. We have Prashna Dudraj. We have AF. AF, tell me who you are, please. We have Dr. Amrita Mulchand. We have Anand Binda Prasad, South Africa. We have Anjani Dayaram, she's from the Gurukul. We have Arti Shanand Pandita. We have Ayushi Sundar. We have B Singh. B Singh, what's your name? Your full name, B Singh?
Pandit Bharat Guruji. Pandit Bharat.
Oh, that's how you write your name now, Pandit Bharat. B Singh? Put your full name, Pandit Bharat Singh. You are a Pandit of the Arya Samaj. Then we have Bhakta Vedas. Then we have Devika Ramesar. Then we have Dhanraji, Pandita Dhanraji. We have Geeta Ramjatan, that she's from Trinidad. And then we have Hui P. Smart. Please tell me your name. Then we have Indra Antela Binda Prasad. Then we have Indra iPad. We have Ishara ZZN. We have Jag Prakash, my brother. We have Jared. We have Joey Mohan. We have Jyoti Nardev Desai. Jyoti, Behan Jyoti, I know her. Pandit Nardev's daughter. Behan Usha's sister. We have Kamala. I don't know which one. I know 2 or 3. We have Kirti Satgur. Thank you. We have Madan Ram Khelawan. I know Bhaiji from this place, Johannesburg. Am I right?
Yes.
Johannesburg, yes. And then we have Maitri Nirmul. We have Nadira Rabbi Pal. We have Nimi Ramchand. We have Pandit Naveen from Guyana, just came from Guyana. We have Pandit Ricky Budhai, he's from Florida. We have Prajna Desai. Is that one of the Desai family? And then we have Pramda Ramesar. And then we have Prashant, iPhone X. We have Premi. We have Pandita Judy Singh, Peter Maritzburg. We have Pandit Ushni Hanuman. I believe she's from PMB too. We have Pandit Reena Bhura. We have Ravika Nekar. We have Rekha Beni Dean. We have Rekha Ipad. We have Rita Singh, Robin Binda Prasad, Ratna Singh, Sangeeta Naipal, Sachin Ram Suraj, Sarvan Kumar Mahesh, nice name, Shireen Singh, Shobhana Singh, Sovina, Swami Yogeshwaranand. Brahmacharji, is that you? Brahmachari Yogesh?
Raji, namaste, Raji. Me. Okay,
Namaste,
Raji.
Swami Yogeshwaranand. Very good. Then we have Tejwati Ram Prasad from Guyana. We have Urmila Maharaj. We have Usha Gaya Prasad. We have Usha Harikaran. I remember her from the last time, Usha Harikaran. And then we have Vinod Gulchan. He's one of my Sanskrit students of the Gurukul. And we have Bhai Vishnu Ram Sarup from Trinidad. So thank you all. We have 61 people. Thank you very, very much. We have 5 minutes. Anybody wants to make a 1-sentence comment? A 1-sentence comment. Anybody? 1 sentence only.
Can I have that honor, please, just to round up, because we've got some lovely comments on the chat. But I just want to say that now that you've explained it in such detail, I think everyone going forward, when we recite Ishwar Upasana, we are going to say it with that much more meaning and intention, because it's going to come from the heart. We fully understand what it means. And thank you so much for your invaluable time. And the discourse was just excellent.
But
Also
it's not
mentioned
done
in
there. It's not done. You need to send me a box of those potatoes that boil very soft in the biryani.
We should have sent it with the group that just left. They should have taken it for you. Hid it in their luggage.
Okay. Pandita Prasna, please
Yes.
tell Lekha Jadu. Let me tell you
Yes.
something quick. A set of books came with my name posted on it. When I got the books, my first, when I see books, I get crazy. So I opened the package, and everything got torn up. And when I saw those books, I had those books. I've always had those books. And then I said, but this looks like South Africa books. And I put the books in the corner. I said, somebody's going to call me. And then a couple weeks later, Lekha Jadu called. And I said, yes, I have the books. Unfortunately, one book is called Vedic Fundamentals, which I kind of like. I like that book. And I took it out from the package and I was reading it. So that book got separated from the entire set. And then she said she sent some, She sent some CDs. I just came off the plane, so I'm going to go look for the CDs. And if I find them, and I think I will, I'll find the CDs and I'll find the book called Vedic Fundamental, and I'll give it to Pandita Usha Devi Prasad to take back to South Africa. Is that good?
Okay. I think that would be good. I'm not, okay. That should be fine.
Can you tell Beti Lekha, I most humbly apologize.
Okay, I will tell her. Okay, all right. If anyone else wants to give any comments, okay, so we have quite a few that are saying, thank you very much. Well explained, brilliantly explained. Wonderful to listen to you, and the explanation was excellent. And she would, Pandita Judy Singh would also like the book you mentioned earlier, which is, I think, the one similar to our Aryan prayer. The one that
I think what's her name? Usha Devi Prasad is bringing a copy of that book for me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then we
And
can
I want to let you all know, I wrote a book. Pandit Kiran Satgur, are you there?
Yes, he's here.
Okay. I want you all to know I wrote a book. I mean, I'm sorry to say it about me. I'm not showing off, but very well put together. Very well put together, and it's called Dayanand Saraswati, the blazing midday sun of India's Renaissance. Now, the Sarvadeshik published that book minus the first 7 chapters, and I was furiously mad. Anyhow, I'm republishing the book here in New York. I just did the cover, and I'm editing to look for any typos and all of that. And we will go to the press here, and we will publish. We won't publish a lot because my funds are a little low, and I didn't ask God to give me a bank loan yet. But my funds are low, and if South Africa wants like 3-4 copies, we can have by Krishan, our president, mail 3-4 copies to you. It's a wonderful, listen, I wasn't there at Swami Dayanand's time, so I didn't see the series of events, but I combed all the biographies in Hindi, and I combed 2 biographies written in English, one by what's his name, JTF Jordan's, and one by someone else, I forgot his name. Whatever it is, and I put together. I would think it's a beautiful biography of Dayanand Saraswati. People in the West don't know about Swami Dayanand anymore. They just know a few things about him. So this book, I think, if South Africa wants to, we're not looking at mere money, because we can't look at money now. I'm ready to die in 9.5 years, and I'm dying. So I would encourage South Africa to reprint the book. It needs to reach out. Trinidad should reprint the book. Holland should reprint the book. And all those countries, English-speaking countries, should reprint the book. Sarvadeshik Sabha printed the book minus the first five chapters, and I was very saddened. But what to do? It's done.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
So I'm
Dr.
going to
G.
let you all go. My
Yeah.
eyes are falling out. I didn't sleep in the plane last night. I traveled 10 hours, and Pandit Bharat never brought a lunch for me, but that's okay. I will deal with that. All right. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste. We'll just end with Shanti Path. Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Om Deo Shantir Antariksham Shantihi Prithvi Shantir Apa Shantir Oshadhaya Shantihi वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Namaste and thank you, everybody. Please do not forget to join our next series, which will be next month, and details of that will be sent to you.
Namaste, everybody. God bless everybody.
Namaste.
Thank
Please
you.
send my
Namaste,
potatoes.
everybody. Thank you.
Please send my potatoes. Namaste.
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 Namaste, Guruji. Thank you.
Namaste.
Very enlightening.